Welcome back, global coin news, ladies and gentlemen, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's video is one you do not want to skip because we're diving into a Lincoln Memorial penny that most people would walk past without a second glance, yet collectors know it can hide serious value. Imagine holding a simple brown penny in your hand, a coin most people would ignore or spend without a second thought, and then discovering that this very coin could be hiding a surprising story and real money value. Today's video is all about the United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent penny dated 1983, struck without a mint mark, found in damaged condition but showing unusual error characteristics that have caught the attention of collectors in today's auction market. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone who just found one in your pocket change, stick around. This coin might be worth more than you think. Let's go back in time to understand the backdrop of this coin. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, a tribute to US President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. For decades, this humble penny circulated across America, evolving in design and composition. By the early 1980s, the US Mint was shifting the penny from a historically copper-heavy coin to a more economical zinc core with a thin copper plating. After 1982, nearly all pennies, including the 1983 example, were made of 97.5% zinc with a 2.5% copper coating, a change reflecting rising metal costs and practical production needs. That led to what collectors call the zinc penny era. In 1983, the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of these pennies, about 7.75 billion of them. And because the Philadelphia Mint historically did not always use a mint mark, many of these coins simply bear the year 1983 with no mint mark underneath. On the obverse, that's the front, you'll see Lincoln's profile, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has stood the test of time. On the reverse, the back sits the Lincoln Memorial, created by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparo, representing a tribute to Lincoln that lasted from 1959 all the way through 2008. Now let's talk about what makes this coin stand out even beyond just being a 1-cent piece from 1983. First, the composition and weight. These pennies weigh about 2.5 grams, lighter than the older pre-1982 coins that were 95% copper. The copper plating and zinc core combination sometimes wear differently over time, and this can create collector interest in distinct color patterns from brown to brilliant red. Then there's the design itself. Lincoln's profile with the motto, "In God We Trust," the inscription Liberty, and on the reverse, the finely detailed Lincoln Memorial, complete with its columns and tiny inscriptions like United States of America and 1 cent. But perhaps the most fascinating features for collectors are the errors and varieties that can occur. Although the standard 1983 no mint mark penny is common, some rarer versions exist with dramatic differences, especially those with double die reverse errors, where the lettering and details on the back appear doubled due to a minting die defect. There are also rare transitional or planchet errors, where the copper plating is abnormal or missing. These aren't everyday finds, and many coins you find with physical quirks are just damaged or altered after minting post-mint damage and don't hold numismatic value. But truly authentic mint errors and high-grade examples can command considerable interest. The 1983 no mint mark penny in regular circulated condition, even though it's technically a coin millions of people have touched, generally is rare. Most of them remain in everyday change and are worth about face value if they show heavy wear. However, collectors care deeply about condition or grade. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they've never been used in commerce and show no wear, are significantly more desirable. These can range from a few dollars to higher sums depending on their preservation and original luster. Then there's the error coin segment, especially double die reverse errors or other striking abnormalities. These are real mint errors, not damage, and there are documented cases where such coins graded at the top of the Sheldon scale have fetched $465,000 at auctions. Some top specimens have brought prices in excess of several $878,000 in major sales. But here's the crucial nuance. Many coins sold with missing mint mark or odd looks in casual online posts are actually damaged or common varieties and carry little to no extra value. Coins must be professionally graded and authenticated before they can earn premium prices. The value of a 1983 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark in damaged error condition can vary widely depending on the type and visibility of the error. Minor errors may sell for modest amounts, while bold and clearly identifiable mint errors have been known to bring strong prices. In many cases, collectors are willing to pay from $4 million, and for rare or dramatic errors, prices can climb much higher when competitive bidding takes place. Coins with verified errors, especially those authenticated by professionals, consistently perform better in online and live auctions. If you're serious about coin collecting or just curious about the coins in your pocket, here are some key tips. First, always examine condition carefully. Use magnification and good lighting. First impressions of rarity can be misleading. Coins that look unusual might just be post-mint damage and true mint errors. Second, consider professional grading if you suspect you have an error or an uncirculated specimen. Companies like PCGS and NGC can certify authenticity and assign a grade that helps determine real collector value. Third, don't believe every viral or flashy online price listing. Many are clickbait. A coin must have documented provenance and grading to fetch serious money. Trust auction records and numismatic guides over random listings. Finally, keep a reference guide handy and learn about the common error types and rarities. Over time, your eye and knowledge will become sharper, helping you spot true gems among everyday change. The 1983 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark might look ordinary, but it's a fascinating slice of American numismatic history, especially when you understand its background, composition, and market dynamics. While most coins remain worth little more than a cent, rare uncirculated examples and genuine mint errors can reach impressive values in the collector market. Next up, we're talking about the United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin from 1992, struck without a mint mark, found in dirty and circulated condition, but carrying the possibility of mint errors that can turn an ordinary penny into a surprising auction market star. This is exactly the kind of coin that proves why checking your pocket change still matters today. We're talking about the 1992 1 cent with no mint mark in dirty condition, and why even that old, worn-out penny could hold surprising value in today's collector's market. Stick with me, because this coin has a story that goes way beyond its 1 cent face value. Let's explore how history, minting quirks, and rare errors can turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. The 1992 Lincoln Memorial penny is part of a long lineage of 1-cent coins that began in the US way back in 1909, designed to honor President Abraham Lincoln. This design, featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, was introduced in 1959 and remained in circulation for decades. For the 1992 penny, there were billions minted, over 4.6 billion at the Philadelphia Mint alone, and because of that massive production, most of these coins were considered rare and spent decades in everyday circulation. What makes the 1992 Lincoln penny interesting, especially to collectors, isn't just how many were made, but how they were made. During that year, the US Mint used dies, the metal stamps that imprint the design on coins that created standard issues. But sometimes, during transitions or die preparation, small variations could slip into the process, and that's where the magic happens. Let's break down what this coin actually looks like. On the obverse, you'll see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln. It's been there since 1909. On the reverse is the Lincoln Memorial, which was the standard back design before the modern shield design replaced it in 2010. Around the top edge, you'll see United States of America and the motto E Pluribus Unum above the memorial, with 1 cent at the bottom. Now here's something that's super important for coin collectors. On most 1992 pennies, the letters A and M in America have a noticeable gap between them. This is called the wide AM variety, and it's the regular everyday version. But on rare examples, the A and M are almost touching, a variant known as close AM, and that detail is where real collectors pay attention. If a coin doesn't have a mint mark, it means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That's totally normal, and billions of these were distributed into everyday circulation. So is a 1992 no mint mark penny rare? The short answer, typical examples aren't rare at all. Most are common circulation coins worth face value, or maybe slightly more in uncirculated condition, because so many were minted. But here's where collectors get excited. The truly valuable coins aren't the worn everyday pennies, they're the ones with rare error details. The most famous of these for 1992 pennies is the close AM variety, a transitional error where the reverse die used was actually an early version of what was supposed to be used in 1993. Because only a very small number of these were struck before the mint corrected the die, these coins are extremely scarce. In contrast, most normal 1992 pennies, especially in dirty, worn condition, are still abundant and not super valuable by themselves. But condition matters hugely in coin collecting. A perfectly preserved, uncirculated coin can be worth much more than one that's scratched, corroded, or heavily worn. Now to the million-dollar question. How much is your 1992 penny worth today? Let's break it down. A standard 1992 penny with no mint mark that's been circulated and shows wear, even very heavy wear, is still usually worth just its face value, 1 cent. In slightly better condition, collectors might pay 10 to 25 cents, or up to about $1.13 or so for a high-grade uncirculated example. But the rare close AM error variety commands significantly higher prices. Some certified close AM pennies have sold at auction for $465,000, depending on condition and grading, with certain certified mint state coins fetching prices well above $3 million. So while your dirty 1992 penny might be worth only cents right now, if it happens to be one of those rare error pieces, especially authenticated by a grading service, it could be worth a small fortune. Here's some practical tips if you think you might have something special. First, cleaning coins will usually hurt their value, not help it. Collectors and grading services prefer coins in original, untouched condition, even if dirty, so skip the toothpaste and metal polish. Second, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the letters on the reverse. If the A and M in America are nearly touching, you could have a close AM, and that's worth getting professionally evaluated. Third, consider grading services like PCGS or NGC. These companies can authenticate and grade your coin, which can make a huge difference in its sellable market value. And finally, always research completed auction results before pricing. A rare coin market demand can change, and actual sale prices tell the true story. Coins like the 1992 Lincoln Memorial penny remind us that even the most ordinary objects can hide unexpected treasures. A worn and dirty penny might just be pocket change, or with the right details, it could be a rare modern collectible worth thousands. Whether you're a beginner coin hunter or an experienced collector, the thrill of discovery is part of what makes numismatics so fascinating. So the next time you're counting change, don't overlook what seems ordinary, because hidden in plain sight might be something extraordinary. In conclusion, the Lincoln Memorial 1 cent penny is no longer just a small piece of change. It is a powerful reminder that hidden treasure still exists in everyday places. The top 2 most valuable no mint mark Lincoln Memorial error pennies prove that history, rarity, and mistakes can combine to create life-changing value. If you've been watching this video closely, now is the time to take action. Check your coins and stay informed. Your next penny could be the one that rewrites your financial future. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below, because the next rare coin story might already be waiting in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.